sing. Telling lies, giving alibis about the people's money and things. And if they're gonna fall away, might as well be some to me. Yeah, they've seen and heard of, but never had misery. There are some people who are starving to death. Never knew but only heard of, and they never had happiness.
Oh, if you don't have enough to eat,
How can you think of love?
you don't have time to care.
So it's kind you guilty of.
Oh,
For God's sake,
you got to give
more power to the people. For God's sake,
Why don't you give more
power to the people. Cut just trying to see who's got the power to kill them all. When they run out of power, the world's gonna be a ghost. They know we're not satisfied, so we begin to holler. They give us a promise and throw in a few more dollars.
There's no price for happiness.
There's no price for love.
Up goes the price of living.
And you're right back where you were.
So whatever you got,
Just be glad you got it
now we're gonna get on up.
and get some more. For God's sake,
You got to give more
power to the people.
That's the Drifters.
Bam. Rich in the words of Assalamu alaikum, which means peace and blessings be upon you. And I mentioned both Jesus and Muhammad's names because they were both messengers of truth and reality. And I got to say two things before we got started. I was proud of my granddaughter for making valedictorian in her little kindergarten class. Maybe she'll see this one day, and then it means something. Hey, I'm a proud grandfather. And my wife, hi. But it's time for me to get down to work now. Okay. Today I have ball in my fist because I'm enthusiastic. You have the producers of the Clem Show. I just don't invite one now because if I see one, I really see both of them. And I want to thank y'all for coming on. And you know, you're always welcome on Underground Railroad. I don't say it, I mean it. The person can say anything, but I show. Okay?
That's right.
So please tell us briefly about yourselves. They already know anyway, but it's out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Clifton, for inviting us on your show. We produce the Power Late and Man shows. It airs every Wednesday on Channel 36 from 8:30 to 9:30, and it re-airs on Thursday from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Yes.
And my husband is usually the host and has guests, and we talk about topics that aren't normally found in the news.
Powerful show.
Well, thank you. I'd like to say, you know, you invited to our show. We're going to do a taping on the 20th, I think it's the 20th.
Thank
Of
you.
one. Mhm.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Bush's imperial powers as dictator and as our martial law powers. But again, I want to extend a warm thank you for allowing us to come on the show. And like I said, you're invited any time that we have, you know, topics on plan.
Okay. Now I want to. It's time for me to go ahead and get on down, as some might say. But what I want to ask is about, you had a dream, and you had a dream about a building blowing up. And I'm going to just say for sake, was it the Sears building? Because there's so many buildings. That's the biggest building. Why would somebody want jihad or a bomb to blow up in the Sears building in your brain, in your mind?
What I saw, I don't know what city or one place, but they did set off a bomb in one of these cities, and it was a major bomb, and it was confirmed. That was years ago. It was confirmed by recently. If you go on the internet and look up Warren Buffett, which is one of the billionaires in this country, one of the richest men in America, as far officially, he stated that there would be a nuke set off sometime, someplace in the near future in the United States in one of these cities. He didn't say when. I saw that, and that was all. I wasn't shown the place. I wasn't shown the time.
Okay.
But it came over the loudspeaker and the skyscraper that I was in, and the folks just went off. But that is, and if you listen to the internet, a lot of people are saying a lot of things about terror, but you got a lot of fear mongering. I mean, the way you maintain power is keep people in fear.
Yes.
Fear
yes.
terrorism, fear somebody gonna set a bomb off, fear this, and in that fearful state, it has a means of control.
There's people that are calling up right now just to see terror saying that a bomb is in a certain location. Just what I guess so they can look at the news and get their cookies, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I want to go to the skinheads. I want to go to the Nazis. You know what my daughter said? They need to just get a life. My daughter, Chris Sanya. But the skinheads and the Nazis, they are joining the military. And they must have been doing this for many years. And what they're doing is they're getting information and learning technical information and taking it back to their militias. You said the economy is going to collapse in 24 months anyway. Why are they doing this? The Nazis is a terrible group. They showing their picture right now. But why are they doing this?
Well,
skinheads, Nazis,
well,
people that practice wicked are joining the military. One might end up being a general.
Well, well, as quiet as most people know, you did have a general that was a Satanist, and that's another story altogether.
What?
Latino. Latino.
Yeah.
What was it?
Was it Latino?
Yeah. There was a general in the service that was a Satanist.
Yes.
And he had many charges brought to him that he was a pedophile. It was real crazy. This is all documented, and it was hushed up. But I mean, it's a document fact that you did have a general.
This is one that you saluted to, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
So I mean, you
go
have, getting back to what you said, by the fact that you have freedom in religion in this country, you do have people that believe in witchcraft and what you call it have been buried. Wicca.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But getting back to your point, that well, many Nazis believe that when we enter this economic turmoil, that blacks are going to rise up and they'll start a civil type war disturbance whereby they can start a disturbance, start a civil war, and eventually that type of conflagration. And many have joined the service, but it should be noted that these skinheads, even though they call themselves Nazis,
Yes.
Nazis in the true sense, they are not, but yet they are Nazis in the sense that they do believe in the supremacy of the white race. But Hitler went beyond that. Hitler believed that he wanted not only the whites as a new race, but he wanted a white new world order that would be merged with Germany or Britain. He tried to work out an agreement with the United States or England at that time, whereby Germany and the United States would set up a new world order and rule the whole world.
Yes, sir.
Whereby the white race would be the dominant race. Well, you have it now in the financial communities and the powers, but that's what they're doing. So they are being trained in special forces and et cetera, whereby in those services. I like to say this, that most of your SEALs and special forces and Rangers, 95% of those at least is white.
Wow.
There are very few black Rangers and SEALs. They've always, as a matter of fact, most people don't realize that back in the 60s, this goes back some time, that there was an unwritten law that they didn't want blacks being trained in those type of subversive activities because they thought that they would take that back to the hood and start a guerrilla movement. So
Yes, sir.
that basically, that type of mindset has, because my brother-in-law, he finished the Rangers, but he was let go because he was militant. He was a first lieutenant. But the point that I'm making is that they entered the service with this type of experience, taking it back, whereby they can believe that they can start some type of well, they can start, or there'll be a revolution.
Yes.
Whereby they would come out on top.
Yes.
That's basically what it is.
We ask you something, Ms. Warren. Why are they allowed to get this technical information and go to the deep south, and they have guns where they practice in the backwoods? But if somebody why are they allowed to do this? I mean, somebody try to carry a gun in the city, they're gonna be either gunned down like a dog, like I think Morgan Howard, the guy that was shot 26 times. I may be saying the name improperly, but in the deep south, they're able to go back to their militias and practice and get away with it. Why?
I was just thinking about it in January. Remember they had the news on Tank? Because Tank had shot some guns around his home.
Yes.
And so that's illegal up north, but in the south, you can bear guns, bear arms.
Why?